Universitas PGRI Semarang is located in the culturally strong Semarang City, Central Java Province, Indonesia. With these features, Semarang is a potential place for students to develop themselves. The spirit that drives Universitas PGRI Semarang is nationalism and religiosity. Nationalism is the spirit to unite the nation in the midst of culture differences. We have 7 faculties consist of Faculty of Education. This faculty is the oldest faculty at our campus with the largest number of students. It has 3 study programs: the Guidance and Counseling Study Program, Elementary School Teacher Education, and Early Childhood Development Teacher Education. Faculty of Social Science and Sports Education. There are several points that become our focus in this faculty. First, the value of humanism as national identity. Second, physical health as a support for quality education. Third, the understanding of economic values as a pillar of human civilization. This faculty has 3 study programs: Pancasila and Citizenship Civil Education, Physical and Recreational Education, and Economic Education. Faculty of Language and Arts. This faculty provides education to generate language and art educators with pedagogical personnel, social and professional competence and competitive abilities in dealing with the current age development in order to develop themselves into professionals such as translator, newscasters, or journalists by making use of their language and artistic skills. This faculty has 3 study programs: Indonesian Language and Literature Education, English Education, Regional Language and Literature Education, Javanese Language. Faculty of Mathematics, Science, and Information Technology Education. This faculty has study programs of Mathematics Education, Biology Education, Physics Education, and Information Technology Education. The vision of this faculty is to be an excellent and distinguished faculty of Mathematics, Natural Science, and Information Technology Education by 2025. Faculty of Engineering and Informatics. Established on April 17, 2014, this faculty has 6 study programs, namely Architecture, Mechanical Engineering, Civil Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Informatics, and Food Technology. Faculty of Economic and Business. This faculty has a mission to be a faculty of economics and business that excels in the field of digital-based creative economics and business with a distinctive identity. Faculty of Law. The Faculty of Law of University of PGRI Semarang is committed to develop legal knowledge, and this is done, among others, by organizing seminars, discussions, comparative studies, and field experience practices. In order to support the teaching and learning activities, we have 4 complexes of campuses. Campus 1, located at Jalan Dr. Cipto, Jalan Lontar. This campus consists of representative and modern buildings for teaching and learning activities. This campus consists of central building, main building, student activity center, library, graduate program building, as well as a representative auditorium meeting hall for national class concerts and international seminars. Campus 2, located at Jalan Sriwijaya. This campus has a hotel available for both students and public in general, as well as a large meeting room for teacher professional training programs and various other large-scale meetings. Campus 3, located at Jalan Bendan Duo. This campus has a building for students' practices, especially mechanical and electrical engineering department students. This campus supports various activities to increase electrical, mechanical, and architecture skills. Campus 4, located at Jalan Gajah. This campus has a teaching learning building complex and sports centers including basketball, badminton, futsal, and other athletic sports activities. This campus also has a dormitory building provided for students, as well as a high school laboratory school, which was established by the Universitas PGRI Semarang. Why do you have to choose UGRIS as a place to study? We realize the importance of international relations to connect the discourse currently developing in the international world. This is where we establish a collaboration to open up opportunities for career later through students and lecture exchanges, credit transfer and double degree program, joint internship and research, and publication with our reputable university partners. We believe that in our fast-paced and competitive world, there are basic competencies every young generation has to possess, namely excellence and distinction. Excellence in either emotional and spiritual intelligence and the ability to retain the personality as a cultured human being. Please join UGRIS. Universitas PGRI Semarang is located in the culturally strong Semarang City, Central Java Province, Indonesia. With these features, Semarang is a potential place for students to develop themselves. The spirit that drives Universitas PGRI Semarang is nationalism and religiosity. Nationalism is the spirit to unite the nation in the midst of cultural differences. We have 7 faculties consist of Faculty of Education. This faculty is the oldest faculty at our campus with the largest number of students. It has 3 study programs: the Guidance and Counseling Study Program, Elementary School Teacher Education, and Early Childhood Development Teacher Education. Faculty of Social Science and Sports Education. There are several points that become our focus in this faculty. First, the value of humanism as national identity. Second, physical health as a support for quality education. Third, the understanding of economic values as a pillar of human civilization. This faculty has 3 study programs: Pancasila and Citizenship Civil Education, Physical and Recreational Education, and Economic Education. Faculty of Language and Arts. This faculty provides education to generate language and art educators with pedagogical personnel, social and professional competence and competitive abilities in dealing with the current age development in order to develop themselves into professionals such as translator, newscasters, or journalists by making use of their language and artistic skills. This faculty has 3 study programs: Indonesian Language and Literature Education, English Education, Regional Language and Literature Education, Javanese Language. Faculty of Mathematics, Science, and Information Technology Education. This faculty has study programs of Mathematics Education, Biology Education, Physics Education, and Information Technology Education. The vision of this faculty is to be an excellent and distinguished faculty of Mathematics, Natural Science, and Information Technology Education by 2025. Faculty of Engineering and Informatics. Established on April 17, 2014, this faculty has 6 study programs, namely Architecture, Mechanical Engineering, Civil Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Informatics, and Food Technology. Faculty of Economic and Business. This faculty has a mission to be a faculty of economics and business that excels in the field of digital-based, creative economics and business with a distinctive identity. Faculty of Law. The Faculty of Law of University of PGRI Semarang is committed to develop legal knowledge, and this is done, among others, by organizing seminars, discussions, comparative studies, and field experience practices. In order to support the teaching and learning activities, we have 4 complexes of campuses. Campus 1, located at Jalan Dr. Cipto, Jalan Lontar. This campus consists of representative and modern buildings for teaching and learning activities. This campus consists of central building, main building, student activity center, library, graduate program building, as well as a representative auditorium meeting hall for national class concerts and international seminars. Campus 2, located at Jalan Sriwijaya. This campus has a hotel available for both students and public in general, as well as a large meeting room for teacher professional training programs and various other large-scale meetings. Campus 3, located at Jalan Bendan Duo. This campus has a building for students' practices, especially mechanical and electrical engineering department students. This campus supports various activities to increase electrical, mechanical, and architecture skills. Campus 4, located at Jalan Gajah. This campus has a teaching learning building complex and sports centers including basketball, badminton, futsal, and other athletic sports activities. This campus also has a dormitory building provided for students, as well as a high school laboratory school, which was established by the Universitas PGRI Semarang. Why do you have to choose UGRIS as a place to study? We realize the importance of international relation to connect the discourse currently developing in the international world. This is where we establish a collaboration to open up opportunities for career later through students and lecture exchanges, credit transfer and double degree program, joint internship and research, and publication with our reputable university partners. We believe that in our fast-paced and competitive world, there are basic competencies every young generation has to possess, namely excellence and distinction. Excellence in either emotional and spiritual intelligence and the ability to retain the personality as a cultured human being. Please join UGRIS. Universitas PGRI Semarang is located in the culturally strong Semarang City, Central Java Province, Indonesia. With these features, Semarang is a potential place for students to develop themselves. The spirit that drives Universitas PGRI Semarang is nationalism and religiosity. Nationalism is the spirit to unite the nation in the midst of culture differences. We have 7 faculties consist of Faculty of Education. This faculty is the oldest faculty at our campus with the largest number of students. It has 3 study programs: the Guidance and Counseling Study Program, Elementary School Teacher Education, and Early Childhood Development Teacher Education. Faculty of Social Science and Sports Education. There are several points that become our focus in this faculty. First, the value of humanism as national identity. Second, physical health as a support for quality education. Third, the understanding of economic values as a pillar of human civilization. This faculty has 3 study programs: Pancasila and Citizenship Civil Education, Physical and Recreational Education, and Economic Education. Faculty of Language and Arts. This faculty provides education to generate language and art educators with pedagogical personnel, social and professional competence and competitive abilities in dealing with the current age development in order to develop themselves into professionals such as translator, newscasters, or journalists by making use of their language and artistic skills. This faculty has 3 study programs: Indonesian Language and Literature Education, English Education, Regional Language and Literature Education, Javanese Language. Faculty of Mathematics, Science, and Information Technology Education. This faculty has study programs of Mathematics Education, Biology Education, Physics Education, and Information Technology Education. The vision of this faculty is to be an excellent and distinguished faculty of mathematics, natural science, and information technology education by 2025. Faculty of Engineering and Informatics, established on April 17, 2014. This faculty has 6 study programs, namely Architecture, Mechanical Engineering, Civil Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Informatics, and Food Technology. Faculty of Economic and Business. This faculty has a mission to be a faculty of economics and business that excels in the field of digital-based, creative economics and business with a distinctive identity. Faculty of Law. The Faculty of Law of University of PGRI Semarang is committed to develop legal knowledge, and this is done, among others, by organizing seminars, discussions, comparative studies, and field experience practices. In order to support the teaching and learning activities, we have 4 complexes of campuses. Campus 1, located at Jalan Dr. Cipto, Jalan Lontar. This campus consists of representative and modern buildings for teaching and learning activities. This campus consists of central building, main building, student activity center, library, graduate program building, as well as a representative auditorium meeting hall for national class concerts and international seminars. Campus 2, located at Jalan Sriwijaya. This campus has a hotel available for both students and public in general, as well as a large meeting room for teacher professional training programs and various other large-scale meetings. Campus 3, located at Jalan Bendan Duo. This campus has a building for students' practices, especially mechanical and electrical engineering department students. This campus supports various activities to increase electrical, mechanical, and architecture skills. Campus 4, located at Jalan Gajah. This campus has a teaching learning building complex and sports centers including basketball, badminton, futsal, and other athletic sports activities. This campus also has a dormitory building provided for students, as well as a high school laboratory school, which was established by the Universitas PGRI Semarang. Why do you have to choose UGRIS as a place to study? We realize the importance of international relation to connect the discourse currently developing in the international world. This is where we establish a collaboration to open up opportunities for career later through students and lecture exchanges, credit transfer and double degree program, joint internship and research, and publication with our reputable university partners. We believe that in our fast-paced and competitive world, there are basic competencies every young generation has to possess, namely excellence and distinction. Excellence in either emotional and spiritual intelligence and the ability to retain the personality as a cultured human being. Please join UGRIS. Universitas PGRI Semarang is located in the culturally strong Semarang City, Central Java Province, Indonesia. With these features, Semarang is a potential place for students to develop themselves. The spirit that drives Universitas PGRI Semarang is nationalism and religiosity. Nationalism is the spirit to unite the nation in the midst of culture differences. We have 7 faculties consist of Faculty of Education. This faculty is the oldest faculty at our campus with the largest number of students. It has 3 study programs: the Guidance and Counseling Study Program, Elementary School Teacher Education, and Early Childhood Development Teacher Education. Faculty of Social Science and Sports Education. There are several points that become our focus in this faculty. First, the value of humanism as national identity. Second, physical health as a support for quality education. Third, the understanding of economic values as a pillar of human civilization. This faculty has 3 study programs: Pancasila and Citizenship Civil Education, Physical and Recreational Education, and Economic Education. Faculty of Language and Arts. This faculty provides education to generate language and art educators with pedagogical personnel, social and professional competence and competitive abilities in dealing with the current age development in order to develop themselves into professionals such as translator, newscasters, or journalists by making use of their language and artistic skills. This faculty has 3 study programs: Indonesian Language and Literature Education, English Education, Regional Language and Literature Education, Javanese Language. Faculty of Mathematics, Science, and Information Technology Education. This faculty has study programs of Mathematics Education, Biology Education, Physics Education, and Information Technology Education. The vision of this faculty is to be an excellent and distinguished faculty of Mathematics, Natural Science, and Information Technology Education by 2025. Faculty of Engineering and Informatics. Established on April 17, 2014, this faculty has 6 study programs, namely Architecture, Mechanical Engineering, Civil Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Informatics, and Food Technology. Faculty of Economic and Business. This faculty has a mission to be a faculty of economics and business that excels in the field of digital-based creative economics and business with a distinctive identity. Faculty of Law. The Faculty of Law of University of PGRI Semarang is committed to develop legal knowledge, and this is done, among others, by organizing seminars, discussions, comparative studies, and field experience practices. In order to support the teaching and learning activities, we have 4 complexes of campuses. Campus 1, located at Jalan Dr. Cipto, Jalan Lontar. This campus consists of representative and modern buildings for teaching and learning activities. This campus consists of central building, main building, student activity center, library, graduate program building, as well as a representative auditorium meeting hall for national class concerts and international seminars. Campus 2, located at Jalan Sriwijaya. This campus has a hotel available for both students and public in general, as well as a large meeting room for teacher professional training programs and various other large-scale meetings. Campus 3, located at Jalan Bendan Duo. This campus has a building for students' practices, especially mechanical and electrical engineering department students. This campus supports various activities to increase electrical, mechanical, and architecture skills. Campus 4, located at Jalan Gajah. This campus has a teaching learning building complex and sports centers including basketball, badminton, futsal, and other athletic sports activities. This campus also has a dormitory building provided for students, as well as a high school laboratory school, which was established by the Universitas PGRI Semarang. Why do you have to choose UGRIS as a place to study? We realize the importance of international relations to connect the discourse currently developing in the international world. This is where we establish a collaboration to open up opportunities for career later through students and lecture exchanges, credit transfer and double degree program, joint internship and research, and publication with our reputable university partners. We believe that in our fast-paced and competitive world, there are basic competencies every young generation has to possess, namely excellence and distinction. Excellence in either emotional and spiritual intelligence and the ability to retain the personality as a cultured human being. Please join UGRIS. Universitas PGRI Semarang is located in the culturally strong Semarang City, Central Java Province, Indonesia. With these features, Semarang is a potential place for students to develop themselves. The spirit that drives Universitas PGRI Semarang is nationalism and religiosity. Nationalism is the spirit to unite the nation in the midst of culture differences. We have 7 faculties consist of Faculty of Education. This faculty is the oldest faculty at our campus with the largest number of students. It has 3 study programs: the Guidance and Counseling Study Program, Elementary School Teacher Education, and Early Childhood Development Teacher Education. Faculty of Social Science and Sports Education. There are several points that become our focus in this faculty. First, the value of humanism as national identity. Second, physical health as a support for quality education. Third, the understanding of economic values as a pillar of human civilization. This faculty has 3 study programs: Pancasila and Citizenship Civil Education, Physical and Recreational Education, and Economic Education. Faculty of Language and Arts. This faculty provides education to generate language and art educators with pedagogical personnel, social and professional competence and competitive abilities in dealing with the current age development in order to develop themselves into professionals such as translator, newscasters, or journalists by making use of their language and artistic skills. This faculty has 3 study programs: Indonesian Language and Literature Education, English Education, Regional Language and Literature Education, Javanese Language. Faculty of Mathematics, Science, and Information Technology Education. This faculty has study programs of Mathematics Education, Biology Education, Physics Education, and Information Technology Education. The vision of this faculty is to be an excellent and distinguished faculty of Mathematics, Natural Science, and Information Technology Education by 2025. Faculty of Engineering and Informatics. Established on April 17, 2014, this faculty has 6 study programs, namely Architecture, Mechanical Engineering, Civil Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Informatics, and Food Technology. Faculty of Economic and Business. This faculty has a mission to be a faculty of economics and business that excels in the field of digital-based creative economics and business with a distinctive identity. Faculty of Law. The Faculty of Law of University of PGRI Semarang is committed to develop legal knowledge, and this is done among others, by organizing seminars, discussions, comparative studies, and field experience practices. In order to support the teaching and learning activities, we have 4 complexes of campuses. Campus 1, located at Jalan Dr. Cipto, Jalan Lontar. This campus consists of representative and modern buildings for teaching and learning activities. This campus consists of central building, main building, student activity center, library, graduate program building, as well as a representative auditorium meeting hall for national class concerts and international seminars. Campus 2, located at Jalan Sriwijaya. This campus has a hotel available for both students and public in general, as well as a large meeting room for teacher professional training programs and various other large-scale meetings. Campus 3, located at Jalan Bendan Duo. This campus has a building for students' practices, especially mechanical and electrical engineering department students. This campus supports various activities to increase electrical, mechanical, and architecture skills. Campus 4, located at Jalan Gajah. This campus has a teaching learning building complex and sports centers including basketball, badminton, futsal, and other athletic sports activities. This campus also has a dormitory building provided for students, as well as a high school laboratory school, which was established by the Universitas PGRI Semarang. Why do you have to choose UGRIS as a place to study? We realize the importance of international relation to connect the discourse currently developing in the international world. This is where we establish a collaboration to open up opportunities for career later through students and lecture exchanges, credit transfer and double degree program, joint internship and research, and publication with our reputable university partners. We believe that in our fast-paced and competitive world, there are basic competencies every young generation has to possess, namely excellence and distinction. Excellence in either emotional and spiritual intelligence and the ability to retain the personality as a cultured human being. Please join UGRIS.
Oh, pakainya itu.
Cek cek.
Cek.
Dengeran nggak Kak?
Halo.
Hello, hello. Good, good morning. Good afternoon, probably. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very clearly, Professor Edward.
Nice to see you.
Yes. So it's an early morning in Poland.
Yeah, it's just five o'clock in the morning. Still
Ah,
night.
it's almost noon here.
That's nice. So you just before the lunch.
Yes.
Impressive university. I saw the video. Very nice.
Thank you very much.
How many students do you have? The number?
For the law or in
I
university,
mean, for the whole university.
for the whole university is around, I think, 15,000.
Okay.
Yeah, around 15,000.
So we close. We are like around 23.
Ah, but it's still 7,000 difference.
But at the faculty, we have like 2,200, something like that.
Hmm. So is it still in winter in Poland?
Yeah, just the winter came back because like till end of the January it was like I would say kind of spring or kind of autumn. But right now is this week is very freezing. It's about -10 every day.
Understand. I've been in India before and experienced the winter there, and it's just around 5 degrees, and it's already very cold there.
Yeah, but I'm coming from not from Poland. I'm coming from Lithuania. In Lithuania right now it's
Oh,
-17.
wait. Okay, I can hear clearly. Okay, Miss Nadia, hello.
Halo, Pak Galang. Please, we start. You can start. You can open this
Oh,
section.
okay. If you give me a host, because I would love to start same as you. Um,
Mhm.
Let me introduce myself. I'm coming from University of Gdańsk, and
Yeah.
I'm professor at this university at the Faculty of Law and Administration. Our faculty is like traditionally we have like something connected public administration and law. Right now we have different majors, not only law. And your partner university, what I can see, because a lot of students coming for kind of exchange. We are flexible, providing list of subjects in English, and they staying 1 or 2 semesters. And this semester we're going to host around 100 people from abroad, but totally like around 200 people each year we are hosting at the faculty. So I'm just short movie because not just abstractive to speak about the city and the university. Uh, Only for 3 minutes. So how is the city? Similar to your city? Uh, a little bit probably. What is just the biggest similarity that we have same flag, just upside down? So one last movie about the university. We have as you probably many different movies. I'm just choosing one is just 1 minute. You can see the university from the perspective of the student. So at least you know how my city looks like, where the university is located. We are close to Baltic Sea. Uh, the university is similar size. We have 11 faculties. Right now on the way to connect with two more universities, with Technical University and another university, that's Medicine University. So after the connection, we're going to have about 50,000 students. And we are part of the alliance called CEU, sea like a sea water, and European Union. And our universities are close to the sea in Europe. So we have 9 countries all together in the alliance. We have 9 countries, 9 universities. So the idea of the alliance right now, we have some studies that you can choose, start the study at our university, and you choose any semester at any university from the alliance. So you can, if you study master, 5 years, 10 semesters, so each semester in different country. So this is the idea of the alliance. May I ask what did you know before my class of Poland? Because most of the people know historically, like old people know the leader of Solidarity Valenza. And maybe young people, they know about the sport. So well-known football player Lewandowski, if you know about the football. And what the youngest people know, because maybe sometimes they use the products, they know this is very good stuff. And I mean about the computer games, because Poland producing a lot of nice computer games. Well-known computer game The Witcher, and well-known computer game Cyberpunk, Frostpunk. Some of the games
CD Rek
became,
project,
yeah, that's
correct?
exactly.
Yeah,
CD
CD
Projekt
Rek
is
project.
from Poland. That's the company. Very well. So right now, probably you played the games, and right now you know that's our Polish games. Even some of the president from different countries coming to Poland, our president is giving us a gift computer game. So we can start the class. the class is about what is just changing, what is our challenges, I would say. And we have like different, I would say, challenges right now. I choose this topic connected with the future, connected with the artificial intelligence. So for a long time, probably like, I don't know, last 10 years, topic number one was cryptocurrencies. But right now, artificial intelligence, so many different, I would say, spheres of law started thinking about artificial intelligence in the light of the sphere when we, I don't know, just doing the research. So the topic is robot taxation, a necessity or an obstacle to innovation, economic, legal, and ethical perspectives. And I'm just going to say, like, in the light, how all these questions could be answered from the perspective of the tax law. Probably, like in near future, I would say um, the artificial intelligence is just developing very fast, and probably as we human beings, I'm not sure about the statistic or any research in Indonesia, but Polish people do not like paying taxes. I'm not sure if Indonesian people likes paying taxes or not. We have a kind of sociological research in Europe. We have the kind of research nations that are cheating and the behavior of cheating on taxes, they just treat that this is okay. And you can try to guess, at least in your mind, three countries that cheats more than other countries. Not paying taxes, they just, I don't know, saying, I know how not to pay, and this behavior is not treated as a sin, it's okay. So Poland is number two. It means Polish people do not like paying taxes, but try to guess who is number one and number three. Number one, you probably know this country because now from the movies, now from the places most of the people would like to visit, that is Italy. Italian people as Polish people. And number three is Greece. Totally different Scandinavian countries because Scandinavian countries they accept high tax rates and they accept and they explain because they just getting so much from the state. So why they need to cheat? Because this is the idea, paying taxes and to get all the services, all the goods from the state. So if human beings, mostly based on sociological research, do not like paying taxes, so we can expect that artificial intelligence in the future also will be not willing to pay taxes. So probably it will be kind of robots rebellion. And this is the question, or are robots going to refuse to pay their taxes? And it's connected with the Benjamin Franklin saying that he was saying two things are certain in love, in life, death and taxes. Just for sure, all of us are going to die in the future, and all of us need to pay the taxes. That's why the topic is important, and we need to think about. If something new is coming, this is philosophical question, what to do, because probably we can compare what was just done based on the cryptocurrencies. I'm not sure if Indonesia passed a lot of regulations in the sphere of cryptocurrencies. Usually the idea need something to be regulated, or you can choose the road that we need to forbid, or we can, I would say, to not to do nothing. It means like you're not making any regulations, just some of the people saying that we have from the, I would say, classical perspective, that's pretty enough to regulate something new. So this is just comparably to cryptocurrencies, Poland till 2019, they did not pass any regulations regarding cryptocurrencies. What was just done, even it was like also a big discussion if any regulation and especially in tax law needed, they actually passed the law in 2019 in PAT, personal income tax, and also in CAT. They just in the regulation mentioned that the profit from the cryptocurrencies also need to be taxed, and they even did not provide new regulations, so they just explained that this profit, it will be treated the same way as the profit from stock exchange. So that was how it was regulated in the cryptocurrencies. What about robots? Right now there is no any regulations, and the problem just came, I would say, or the knowledge of problem just came from 2017. 2013, because during one mass conference, Bill Gates mentions that's kind of tsunami is coming. It means tsunami. He was just mentioning about the artificial intelligence, and he was saying that a lot of changes will be on the labor market will be done by artificial intelligence, by the robots. So a lot of people going to lose the job. And he just said about, I would say, two things. That's robots need to be taxed, but not the idea only just to tax in, I don't know, in the I would say in the light of the principle of the fairness. No, he was saying that some money are needed in the budget to support people who will be losing the jobs. And this is, I would say, the topic connected like with the two strong legs. One is just the idea how to tax, or to tax or not to tax, and another what to do with the money, that money will be connected or received from taxation of the robots. So that's came, it's not like new, because in the theory we know for a long time the idea of the basic income. It means that in the society we're going to have some money that we will be able to provide for people who is losing the job. It means like there is no, I would say, something that somebody is unemployed. No, this is the general idea for the whole society, to create a kind of fund, to create some more funding to pay the money for all of the people from the beginning, from the time they just get born till time they just die. That people will be getting basic income, and at least there is no obstacle. They can go to work, and doesn't matter work or not to work. Everybody is getting this basic income. And this experiment was just done in Finland, partly in Canada. So Finland chose 800 euros per month. The experiment is closed. So there is no, I would say, good evidence about is it good idea to pay the money like a basic income or not. Who is just against saying that the results are obvious. There is slightly difference that people just became more happy who is getting extra money. But at the same time, they people saying there is no good results because the experiment need to be open for a longer time. Also, there was a discussion in Switzerland, and that was also the voting to start paying the basic income, and the majority of the people answered no. So the experiment was not open in Switzerland. Finally, we're just coming to the point that needs something to be done. and how is to be done. So we have like many different, I would say, challenges. This is only I just choose the main one, and probably the best idea to show I would be just saying, because the first issue is the definition of the robot, and I'm just trying to explain you in more simple way. When we speak, can you see the whiteboard? Can you see the whiteboard?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So when we introducing the tags, of course, like many different majors, many different spheres, that's the very important to know exactly about the definitions we are using. So we understand in the light of tax law, the definition of profit, the definition of the taxpayer, and etc. So here we, with the artificial intelligence, we raise a lot of questions about what is the meaning of the robot. So probably we can imagine that we're not speaking only about a robot that will be uh, like a human beings or something similar, because right now you can have kind of robot, it will be only in the light of the internet, kind of agent who will be helping, I don't know, on behalf of you, will be teaching, making classes, and etc. So that's human being, but it's not touchable, it's only in internet. So when we speak about the taxes, we need to discuss introducing a new tax. Who will be the taxpayer? What will be the object of taxation? What will be the tax base? What will be the tax rates? What will be kind of exclusions? It means situation when you do not need to pay the tax. So the taxpayer, that's the challenge, to explain who will be uh, paying the tax. And this idea coming because in the light of law, if we compare with the human beings, so probably we need to establish some fiction. And with the fictions, lawyers, I would say, is okay, because somebody a long time ago created a legal personality. So besides the human beings, also physical persons, we have legal persons. And in the light of tax law, we are using this construction, we're using this structure from the civil law, and we also, in many different taxes, we just call that legal person is will be or is treated as a taxpayer. So same is here the question, if the robot can be taxpayer. Actually, European Union in 2015, they just raised the question if there is a need to grant legal personality for robot or for robots. And finally, they just came to the idea that this is not ready yet to grant the legal personality. So at least from the perspective of European Union or from Poland, we did not grant that legal personality. So robots are not legal persons. It means this idea that legal person is paying a tax is not just suitable, at least for now, but there is no, I would say, specific obstacle that just only to grant robots, even if they do not have any legal personality in the light of tax law, that they will be becoming a taxpayer. Another idea that the taxpayers will be the owners of the tax of the robots. So the company is owning the robots, and they just becoming the taxpayers. Also, there is like many, because if we speak about the object, so we know the discussion is still open about the taxpayer. When we speak about the object, it means from what tax is just taken. There is like many different ideas. So one of the idea is just same as value added tax. So when you're buying the robot, you need to pay some extra in the price of the robot you're just buying. But another idea is something trying to be in the light of principle of fairness, just to compare robots with human beings. It means they trying to provide the taxes alike with the human beings. And this is alike with the human beings. That's suitable PAT, personal income tax. It means robots are doing some work, people are doing some work, and they need just to pay the tax on profit. So, of course, this is not that the robot is just getting paid. No, the robot is just providing kind of work. And for this kind of work on the market, you need to pay some amount of money. So we can grant that this amount of money, it will be treated as the profit. So this profit need to be taxed. So that's how it works. Another is a tax base. So if we choose the profit, so it's quite, I would say, easy, because you need just calculate the tax base. So for us, it's quite easy because when we speak about the income that received, here we will be speaking about another fiction. Income is not received, is not granted, but you need to calculate what kind of income, because I don't know, some of the human beings for the same job, they just getting different incomes. Same is here. How it could be calculated, but this is probably will be the task for accountants, not for the lawyers, to understand what will be how will be calculated. Another issue is the tax rates. There is like a lot of different questions about if we still have the principles of the taxation. So one of the principle in the tax law, it goes just fairness of taxation. It means like to tax all human beings equally. And the question is, should we use the same principles in 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 the way we would like to tax the robots? So like same tax rates, or should we tax them progressively or not? That's many different questions. And the last one is exclusions. So I don't know, like if we speak about a human being, so I don't know, if somebody is sick, some get some exclusions. If somebody, I don't know, blind, or any other issues with the taxpayer. So same with robots, there is like race of the questions. That's do we need to provide any exclusion? So that's from, I would say, the first issue with the definitions, with the first issues with the taxation. The next one, I would say, is most important, because when we speak about international tax law, so we speak about double taxation, because international tax law, we can do something on the level of the country, but there is still many issues on the level of international tax law. So I'm just giving another example how it works in international tax law. I'm just trying to put some countries: A, B, C, D. So in regular tax law means that somebody, human being, or I don't know, let's just assume John. John is just a citizen of country A, and it means all the taxes Doesn't matter where he get the profit, but where he get the property, need to pay in country A. In country B, John is just leaving. He is citizen of country A, but he lives for good in country B. And based on the law of the country B, all the profit, doesn't matter where he get the profit, need to be taxed in country B. And if John finished Yale University, he became the lawyer, and he decided to open the law office in country C. And based on the law of country C, where the profit was received, when the profit was received from the law office, it should be taxed in country C. And he went for one client to work in country, that's country D, to work in country D, and he just done all the job in country D based on the tax law of country D, where the job was done. The tax need to be paid in this country. So this is like in the theory or in practice, this is principle of the residence, and this is principle of the source. It means source of the money he just generated. And here is the where he is connected or he lives. It means connected with the country A by the citizenship, and connected with the country B because he lives there. So right now it's a classical business. All the agreements are, I would say, created a long time ago. That's they created in previous century. Some of the agreements was just created by the end of the 19th century, and many agreements signed in 50s, 60s, 70s. There was no any discussion about the electronic commerce and etc. So we have still right now, I would say, this is like regular business is okay because law office is touchable. But right now we have in European Union or in many different countries that's C doesn't work for electronic business. It means, I don't know, Amazon, Facebook, or Airbnb booking. They are able to do the business when the business is, I would say, that they sell something untouchable. This business is out of the taxation because there is many different ways not to pay taxes or to avoid taxes. What was just came to the idea in 2006, that was the introduced by OECD. That's if the business is like here is C, not touchable. I don't know, Amazon, maybe not Amazon. Apple is just selling some games or some music. So it means where the server is located in this country, it will be alike this office. And this is idea when the server is located, it means companies discovered that this is a possibility that somebody can tax their income. So they do not have the server, but they just opening, renting the place in the server. So allow them not to pay taxes at all and at the country where they do the business, because probably many people buying games, some stuff at the Apple store or Google store, but at the same time, Indonesian people spending a lot of money, and the country, I mean Indonesia, our country, there is no right in effective way to tax this income, just to collect some money for Indonesian or Polish budget. So we are, I would say, right now on the level that we still did not solve the problem of e-commerce taxation. There is, if we just put that it will be the robot, I don't know. The question is if the robot can get the citizenship, if the robot can live, have place of living, if the robot can also just go to another country to open some office and etc. Or also at the same time, it will be, I don't know, robot online, and also we'll be connecting to some platform and also teaching abroad. The question is where that robot need to pay taxes. So this is the big issue. And just going back to my discussion to the list. As we discussed, risk of double taxation. Another negative effects on innovation. Here is like small mistake in occasion is supposed to be innovations. So especially is just this raised by US. US is saying we that was connected with the internet, because that was also, you can easily find that for a long time many countries just made moratorium on taxes on internet. The same idea they would like to present here, because saying if we will be providing some special taxes for robot, it means we're going to kill innovations. Nobody will be willing to do some activities in the field of robots, because there will be some obstacles, some problems with the innovations. Another issue that was probably a little bit mentioned, how practically and how implement all these issues, because when we speak about the robots alike, they just human beings, they are touchable, you can, I don't know, see them, tax them, and etc. But there is many.
Professor, you still
Yeah.
have 5 more minutes.
Okay.
The time limit
But
is still in 5 minutes.
okay, so thanks a lot. I will be trying to finish. But there is many issues when you will be having robot. It means only agent in your computer. At the same time, like in taxes, we have competition between countries. So countries will be trying to compete, and this in this field, there is no obstacle. Also, why Indonesia not to compete with Poland, because they will be introducing some rules for taxation, but in favor of the interest of the country. And the last one, that's probably that will be the main challenge. There is, I would say, need to have kind of compromise between all different countries in order to solve the issue of the taxation. Thanks a lot. Probably we can, based on some cases, we can discuss more. I used to teach in Erlang University and other universities in Indonesia. Mostly just to open the topic is the idea to have the whole course. Students will be willing, I don't know, to get the knowledge how it works in practice based on some cases. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Edward. To the participant, Professor Edward is a lecturer from Yang's University. Professor Edwardus Junivesius was born in 16 January 1977 in Salsinikai, and his expertise is in international tax law, tax avoidance and tax evasion, artificial intelligence and tax law, taxation of robots, e-commerce taxation, and legal tax and fintech. Okay, so there is an extremely expertise of Professor Edward that we can learn from. And I really hope Professor Edward's expertise in this occasion can help our students to grow better. Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Edward. For the next session will be Professor Nadia from PGRI University of Semarang. Okay, so Nadia Tifanugrahini is born in Jepara, 18 August 1996, and her expertise is in international law, especially in penal law, and she is also a Secretary of the Faculty of Law, PGRI Universitas Semarang, and today she will present a slide about the children rights in the digital age, some concerns and best practices from Indonesia. Okay, Professor Nadia, time and place is for you.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Galang. Well, thank you so much for the precious time that given to me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, all, and good morning to the participants from Poland. Again, I would like thank you so much to Prof. Edward because it's at the very early morning. Thank you so much for your dedication, your sincere, and your zealous to attain and to give us some insight to us, to the Faculty of Law, Universitas PGRI Semarang, because I know it's a very early morning there. So thank you so much. Again, I say thank you so much, and I hope that our cooperation is not the end today, but we're still going for the next session. Well, all the participants, we will discuss about some issue. In the first session, we have such a very fruitful issue, such a very fruitful discussion, such a very interesting issue regarding the robotics that has been explained very well from Prof. Edward. And here it is. I'd like tell about my uh, research regarding children rights in the digital age, some concern and best practices from Indonesia. Okay, we move the theme because today we will talk about new trends in the development of law in Indonesia and Poland. So we agree to with Prof. Edward that we will tell our ongoing research. Prof. Edward tell about the robotics, and I will tell regarding my current research. Is it children rights in the digital age, some concern and best practices from Indonesia? So, as we know, the children children labor, child labor, it's not only in Indonesia, but in very various country, in many countries, still being a very significant issue. And is it a very harmful for the children? Because we know that is it imply and being an offense with many laws such as international labor law and regarding with national Indonesian law, is it a very harmful and being violence to all the society that they use a child labor being exploitation as 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 a thing. It's not as a human but as a thing. So this is my research. We will tell regarding the legal protection on child labor control through the international law. So how the international law regulate the child labor. For example, I took the case of Indonesian child labor on a tobacco farms. So as we know, we talk about the children rights. So children rights are having a quality education, healthcare, social protection, and adequate standard of living, and having their voices heard in the decision that affect them, also having right to be free from child labor. So as we know that there are many children rights, child to live, and then they having right for speak, they having right for having a same education, they having right for having a right to speak, a right to live. So many rights that have by our children. But why there are so many exploitation regarding children in many countries? For example, in Indonesia, we still have a child labor. So is it a very significant issue? As we know, the child labor, the past this was reflected in Indonesian terminology used to express the concept. In the 1987 decree on child labor used term being anak yang tereksploitasi or exploited children who are compelled to work. However, this is implied that children are engaged in labor mainly, if not solely, due to poverty, while this is undoubtedly at the core of the issue. Closer look reveals a more complex of web causes with dissatisfaction, with education, and changing lifestyle just two of the many other contributing factors. After much consultation, the government, the employers association, trade unions, and other stakeholders therefore agreed to adopt the term of the child exploitation. It is agreed the definition of child labor, or we can say in Indonesia, is pekerja anak is work performed by children who are under the minimum age legally specified for such work. So children who have reached the minimum age can legally work unless the form of work in which they are involved has been specified by national law as being unacceptable for the children. So, they're realizing the need to promote a better understanding among the stakeholders. The first action, as reflected in the milestone by the goal, was the establishment of a national steering committee, or we can say NSC, comprising tripartite the representative, NGO, mass media, and all the academia. The NSC are responsible for upholding Indonesia's commitment to eliminate child labor. So here it is, the international law instrument on child protection. We have a very comprehensive law instrument. But how about the implementation? Uh, how about the enforcement? Is it the big question? So if we see the law instrument on the child protection within international law and national law, we can say that we have Universal Declaration of Human Rights, we have Convention on the Right of the Child, we also have ILO Convention specialized concerning the prohibition and immediate action for the elimination of the worst form of child labor, number 182. We also have ILO Convention on Minimum Age, Convention number 182. We also have optional protocol to the Convention on the Right of the Child on a Communication Procedure. We also have Hague Convention of 25 October 1980 of the civil aspect of the international. So all this instrument is specialized for the worst form of child labor to regulate. So we have a very comprehensive instrument, but the big question, the big challenge is how about the implementation and the enforcement. So this is the national law instrument on child labor in Indonesia. So after being adaptation of the national instrument, so we go to the national law instrument. Is it the result of adaptation by the international instrument? We have Law of the Republic Indonesia, number 35, 2014, regarding on child protection. We also have Law of the Republic Indonesia, number 13, 2003, concerning on manpower. we also have the Ministry of Manpower and Transmigration degree about jobs that jeopardize the health, safety, and morals of children. So we think that the regulation has been comprehensive very well, but the question is, in reality, we still have a child labor issue. So what the definition of child labor actually? According to the ILO Convention, International Labour Organization Convention, the term of child labor is often defined as work that deprives children of their childhood, their potential, and their dignity, and that is harmful to physical and mental development. So this is the fake cases. We have many regulation, such a comprehensive regulation, but we still have the fake cases. The amount of the child labor increase and increase day by day, not only in Indonesia but in many countries. We can see the picture is so the child labor is still increased day by day. So the research question is, to what extent the ILO Convention concerning the protection of child labor can be implemented to eradicate the phenomena of Indonesian child tobacco laborers. So here it is. I took the one of cases in this case child tobacco I took in Temanggung, one of beautiful city in it. The agriculture sector is one of the leading sector in Indonesia. Dominates Indonesia as an agrarian country because most of its population works in the agricultural sector. One of the agricultural sector is tobacco plantation. As we know, the Indonesia is among 10 countries that has the biggest tobacco producer in the world with production capabilities of 2.2% of total global production at a rich location. Among is one of the cities with the Temanggung Regency because it can give the highest contribution to the region itself among the other sectors. In 2019, according to the BPS, or we can say Central Bureau of Statistics, the tobacco planting area was 17, 19, and 40 hectares, and the number of tobacco produced in Temanggung reached many tons. However, the total number of tobacco farmers are around 200,000 people, including child labor involved in it. So, the involvement of children in tobacco farms, the phenomena of child labor in Temanggung district has been occurring since the Dutch colonial era. Since then, it has become a social phenomenon that they work for these industries due to Temanggung's potential as a tobacco producing region. Many children work because they help their parents, and others work as a non-permanent laborers or freelance who deal directly not only with the small and big state companies, but also private companies. The potential for involving children who work in Temanggung's plantation sector is a very quiet hike. Department of Family Planning and Women Empowerment of Temanggung Regency in 2018 shows that many children around age 7 to 18 years have a potentially become a labor. So therefore, so many children are not in a school. This number represents 19.43% of the total population of Temanggung, and this number also includes children who work in a tobacco plantation. Department of Family Planning and Women's Empowerment of Temanggung Potential Involvement and Children in Temanggung Plantation Sector. So the research, the goal of our research is to analyze the impact of the phenomena of child tobacco labor on the society, to examine the main causes of child recruitment and the use of child tobacco laborers, to analyze whether or not the existence of international instruments are effective to eradicate the use of child tobacco laborers. So, again, the research goal is to examine the legal frameworks that has been set to protect children against recruitment and to analyze whether there are recommendations for amendment of these relevant laws stipulating punishment for the of or child tobacco laborers recruiters. So here are the methods. In this research, the data relies on documentary research, recording information from the textbook, law journal articles, treatise, paper, and etc. So here the discussion. We find some factors that contribute to children in tobacco farms. As I mentioned before, we have a very comprehensive regulation, but why we still find the child labor in many countries, especially in Indonesia that I mentioned before. So here it is, the result of the research. We find some factors that contribute to children in a tobacco farms. The first is poverty. The causes of child labor are primarily rooted in poverty created by social and economic inequality, as well as in insufficient educational facilities. An analysis of child labor condition in the world in 2013 till now, the highest child labor cases are in Sub-Sahara Africa, which reveal the agriculture is still the highest sector for children exploitation. The elimination of child labor is an integral part of the process of national development and poverty alleviation. In many cases, the effective abolition of child labor in all economic sectors remains a long-term objective requiring important economic advances before it can fully be met. As we know, we can see the preamble of the convention, the ILO Convention number 182 proclaims that child labor is to great extent caused by poverty, and that the long-term solution lies in sustained economic growth, leading to social progress, in particular poverty alleviation and universal education. So the second one is old stereotype. As we know that most of society think that working is a very positive thing for children from an early age. Thus, children should participate in the work progress. In a certain communities at an early age, children have been educated about working. For example, in agriculture, fisheries, handicraft industries, fishermen, and etc. So the society consider that the work done is not dangerous for the children's condition, so that it doesn't violate their rights as a child. Unfortunately, in further developments, the process of learning to work no longer developed as it should have been. Various factors cause children are forced to work inappropriately and in dangerous conditions. Inadequate educational facilities, poor quality of basic education, low public awareness of education importance, and education curriculums that miss some aspect on work challenges in the future. So the third one is very interesting. Is it the law enforcement? As we know that we have a very comprehensive regulation, comprehensive law, but the question is how the law enforcement and how the law implementation. Indonesia has adopted the ILO Convention on the minimum age and the worst form of child labor. Moreover, several law and regulation on child labor which are also mentioned in this convention. Nevertheless, the current law and regulation do not show the progress effectively in eliminating, preventing child labor. Lack of socialization and labor inspection, as well as law enforcement, causes lack of knowledge and awareness about the existence of the regulations on the prohibition of child labor. In this case, the interview results show that some of the children and their parents do not know about the existing law and regulation. Moreover, we have regarding the prohibition of child labor. So this is a very interesting. This lack of understanding give difficulties to counter old stereotypes that have affected the involvement of children in tobacco farms. Otherwise, the increasing awareness and understanding of regulation has a very big potential to reduce parents' decision to involve children in tobacco farms. So the other factor is a lack of alternative facilities. As we know that child tobacco laborers are found in rural area, lack of facilities and infrastructure for children in the village to fill their leisure time becomes the reason for them to enter in laboring market. In this case, most of the children consider that despite the loss their free time to learn and even play as a children in general, at least they are able to earn money, even disregarding the possible harmful effect of working on tobacco farms. So besides the location of tobacco farms are pretty close to their home, so is it for the children to assess compared to the school that is far away from their home? Providing an alternative place and educational opportunities such as a social organization or public facilities that support children's development are needed for encouraging the elimination of this child labor action. So here it is the challenges, what the ILO challenges and what the Indonesia challenges. The ILO challenges say that the presence of ILO along with the government to overcome child labor problems starting from the technical level to the policy level is a form of the ILO as an international organization by protecting children's rights through its policy. And it's a fundamental convention. So even though Indonesia has been ratified the ILO Fundamental Convention, as well as ILO has been working under its vision and mission, but the number of child labor still exists. So how about the Indonesia challenges? Most child labor cases in Indonesia are centered in rural area. The nature of work in this rural area is still a very labor intensive and manual. So therefore, it can influence more child labor to work in this area. Moreover, the stereotype of the society in the rural area that encourage children to work becomes a challenge for Indonesia, which have to be overcome soon. For example, children culturally are obliged to help their parents in the working process, which is considered as a trainer for children. Also, those stereotypes inhibit harmonization and enforcement of the law. The other problems, such as poverty, lack of facilities, lack of educational literacy, and low awareness about regulation, still become the biggest challenge for the planning of Indonesia free child labor. So the result, despite that the ILO has a comprehensive regulation regarding worst form of child labor through its Fundamental Convention number 182 and various against child labor, ILO implementation of the convention in Indonesia is still facing several challenges. However, in Indonesia has been harmonized with the ILO convention, but the implementation has not been effective yet. So this is still being the big challenge for us. So this conclusion proved by child tobacco labor are still existing until now in Indonesia, lack of strategy and continuously campaign by ILO and the old paradigm or old stereotype of the Indonesian society becomes the significant factors which influence the implementation both of law and policy of ILO and Indonesia against child labor issue. Indonesia has been one of the most productive countries in producing policies and legislation against child labor, but the implementation of this legislation and policies have not been effective yet. So various factors influences effectiveness of the implementation in a legal rule and policies considering various factors, while strongly coordination with all the related institutions includes national and regional government as the significant solution for the child labor issue. So here the recommendation, ILO has a significant role to overcome child labor issues in Indonesia through its policies and a fundamental convention which adopted by Indonesian law very well. However, child labor issues cannot be eradicated only with legal aspect without considering another aspect. So therefore, coordination between all parties and all stakeholders are needed. ILO should increase and maintain the coordination with the government of Indonesia by establishing programs against child labor. Not only that, the ILO through its monitoring program should work effectively to monitor and supervise the child labor. Coordination between the central government of Indonesia and the regional government, which is spread in every district. In consider the child labor, in this case, child tobacco laborers, can not found in rural area. So here the last of my presentation, we can find the recommendation for the big issue that we have is the children labor, or we can use in this reason a child tobacco labor. So thank you so much. We can continue to the discussion. We can continue to have a very fruitful discussion. So I give my time to the moderator. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Nadia. Okay, dear participant, and that concludes the presentation given by Professor Edward and Professor Nadia Latifanugrahini. Both speaker has given us so many insights, new insights about the themes given, and I hope that it really helps you to grow yourself. Okay, so let's move to the next session, and that is the question and answer session. Participant, you can ask a question to Professor Edward or Professor Nadia. You can use the chat if you cannot use your speaker, and you can start now. Thank you.
Okay, for the question of the participant, you can ask. You can ask the question to participant. Okay.
Yes, Tashifa.
Mhm.
You can speak now.
Yes.
Yeah, please, what is your question?
I have a question.
Mhm.
What kind of innovation on legal system that can Indonesia and Poland adopt to face current legal challenge?
Okay, it's a very good question. Another question? Another question?
Indah.
Excuse me, Miss.
Yep.
Uh, Permission to ask Professor Edward. Would you like to tell us about the tax system in Poland and give us example about tax dispute in there? Thank you.
Okay, good. Very good question. Another question?
Yes,
Mm.
my question is, what is the likelihood of governments around the world introducing a robot tax on companies that replace humans with smart machines? And what potential risks are? Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. May I answer, Mr. Tubagus Galang?
Okay. Is that all the question?
May I answer?
Okay. Yes, thank you. Your
Okay.
your
Okay, thank you so much. Such a very good question, but most of the question the give by participant is proposed question to Professor Edward. Just now, Professor Edward sent me text that he has to leave this session because it is a very early morning there. Perhaps he has to prepare himself to go to work. So it's a very sad that he has to move and he has to leave this session. But regarding the question that asking by Tashfa, regarding what the legal innovation that we need to Indonesia and Poland. In Indonesia, as we know that I mentioned before regarding the child labor, the innovation of the legal protection is a very, I think, is a very comprehensive. We have a regulation. So the homework for us, the big question and the big challenging for us is not only the regulation, the legal protection. It's not only, but the question, the challenging is a very is a very challenging is
otomatis Pak sudah.
it's a very challenging it's not only the regulation but the implementation and also the legal protection uh from the legal maker from the legal what is it from from the legal maker and also for the society and the stakeholders that we can eradicate the issue. So I think in Polandia also the question and the challenging also same with Indonesia. We have a very fruitful and very comprehensive regulation, but in Indonesia and Poland also have a very same challenging. Is it not only the regulation or the innovation of the legal protection, but our homework isn't only on the implementation and the enforcement. So for all the participants, if we still have a question for Afif and Inda, perhaps all the participants, another, we can send the question regarding your question regarding robotics or anything about Polandia, you can send your question to the Prof. Edward by email. I think because he has to leave and he has to go on this session. Okay, thank you, Mr. Galang. Perhaps we will end this session and we will have a photo session
Yes.
before we close. Yeah.
Okay. You or me, Nadia?
You and
Okay.
perhaps there is a Puspa.
So all participants, please turn on your camera because we will enter a photo session. Please, everyone. Indah, Tashifa, Afif. Okay, come on. You can turn on your camera, everyone. Yeah.
Perhaps Puspa, you can count us 1, 2, 3, for example.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Take the photos.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. First slide. And then the second slide.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Okay, that is all. Second slide too is done. Okay, thank you very much for our participant for going to this seminar. I hope that the knowledge you gain today will be benefit for you to all. And let us meet again on the next lecture session. That is all. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi. Thank you so much,
Waalaikumsalam.
everyone.